May I come in, sir?
Come, come.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Jain. Sit down.
Morning, sir. Thank you,
So
sir.
you had come last year also, no?
Yes, sir.
You are in railway traffic?
Yes, sir.
Very good. You are reading newspaper?
Yeah, sir. From
There
last
was some
few
mention
days.
about revenue from passenger fares. Recently, the last one. What is the figure quoted? Was it a plus or a minus?
Sorry, sir. I have not gone through that particular news.
Oh, you are not keeping track. When is your interview?
19th of March.
19th of March. 19th of March. And what is your date of birth?
Sir, 9 July 1995.
1985.
1995.
1995. 9th July.
9th July.
That is my date of birth also. 9th July. Date. So I'm funny. So Naval Kumar Jain, you are from Bolangir district, no?
Yes, sir.
How do you spell Bolangir? How do you spell that?
Balangir.
BA only, not
BA.
BO.
No, sir.
Oh, it's not BO. Okay. I thought it was BO. Bolangir. Okay. Now this is one of the three famous KBK districts. What is the situation today of KBK?
Sir, specifically the Balangir and Kalahandi district, it has been improved to some extent, but due to the presence of Naxals in Koraput district, the situation is still intense here. But the government is taking many steps like the recent Guru Priya Beej in Koraput Malkangiri, which has helped to curb Naxalism, improve the situations of the locals.
You are a qualified chartered accountant.
Yeah.
So the now you are in railway traffic, not in accounts.
No, sir.
Railway traffic. Okay, that's fine. Now tell us some major statistics of railways. You have any idea? What is the total railway?
Sir, currently the operating ratio is around 97.4, 97.3%.
Is it increasing or decreasing?
Sir, compared to last year, it has been decreased, as last year was 98.5%.
Yes.
And the government has now proposed around 13-14 lakh crore out of the 102 lakh crore which has been proposed for investment in railway. And the passenger segment, actually, sir, its operating ratio is around 180%, whereas freight it is around 70 to 80%. And actually the freight department is basically compensating the loss which is being incurred by the passenger segment due to the issue of cross subsidization.
Very good. Now tell me, as per newspaper reports, maybe from next year or a year after that, railway thing will not be part of the civil services. The railways will recruit people directly for various railway things, accounts, traffic, personnel, whatnot. What do you personally think? Is it a good move or what?
Sir, basically the government has gone through the recommendations of Vivek Devarapalli committee.
Okay.
Basically the committee proposed two recommendations. Either you can recruit through civils only, like the ongoing examination, or you can go through a single IRMS, which is being currently proposed, and it will be on the lines of Indian Forest Service.
Indian Forest Service. But Forest Service, they are part, of course, the exam is held separately. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So personally, it's a good thing.
Yes, sir, because the ongoing from the various departmentalism issue which is going from a long decades, and the ongoing issue also like the Vande Bharat Express was delayed due to the conflict between the inter-departments. So it is a good move in the form of IRMS, which can in future help to curb this departmentalism and in promote railways in a better way.
But now we find a lot of privatization taking place in railways.
Yes, sir.
Even running of trains, Bombay, Ahmedabad or something, isn't it? So what do you think? It's a good move? What is the idea behind it?
So the basic idea is to bring more efficiency, more infrastructure, more
No,
tech.
but how does efficiency come through? Suppose you open it up to private sector, how does efficiency come into the picture?
So currently, what the government has been proposed in privatization, they are basically bringing on-board service only to the private sector, not the complete railways. Like still the rolling stock, the locomotives, the tracks, it is being part of the government only, and the private sector need to pay haulage charges for using it. So there is no issue of complete privatization, just the catering service, the basically the functions which are being done by currently by IRCTC, it will be done by private sector, and they will use their own expertise in bringing efficiency.
So you believe that selective privatization is a good thing. Some section or some aspect of railway operations can be sort of privatized or given to private sector.
Yes, sir, because it will free the government also of its resources which can focus on different sectors, and it will bring more investment. Currently, the railway is basically being in a deficit situation, so that it is not basically bringing up more investments, because there is a huge revenue loss, and due to the high operating ratio, the railway is not generating enough revenue so that it can spend on its capital expenditure.
Very good. Now tell me, there used to be a debate, not nowadays, but still relevant. That is the railroad competition and cooperation. Okay. Now, what do you think of this concept? Railroad competition and cooperation.
Sir, basically we need both railroad competition and cooperation, but in a different way. Like
Which way? That's
in railroad cooperations are the best way, like the RoRo service which has been started, like in the Konkan railways. Suppose the Konkan railways, it is a heavy, difficult terrain where the trucks cannot go past. So the railway has started a RoRo service in Konkan railway specifically, where the truck will roll on to the railway and roll off from the railway after a particular distance, which will improve both the railway and the roadways.
But there are situations where you have last mile connectivity. Now, there, what do you think? The roads have a better role to play?
Yes, sir, definitely. In fact, in most of the rural areas, like in my own district, like it is around 10% coverage of railways only, and the roads are very rural, where the railways cannot reach. So, road is definitely a good mechanism for there. But connecting the major cities, railways can play a greater role.
Good. What are your hobbies like? Playing table tennis? Huh?
Like nothing in particular, but I used to play table tennis some years
Why
ago.
have you stopped playing? You don't get time?
Sir, actually, when I joined CA profession, so the schedule was itself very hectic.
See, people who are fond of table tennis, even with a dead table, they play in the wall. I mean, there are so many. So I thought you should keep up your interest. Okay, now, of late you have been getting a lot of cyclone in Odisha. Of course, somehow they could manage, but what do you think? What can be done in a permanent way? This disaster is sad, but then year after year, and recent months it's increasing.
So, like we cannot control the natural forces.
Yes.
Like
How
a
to
cyclone.
mitigate the losses and the sufferings?
Sir, in mitigating the losses, like in pan India, we can follow the Odisha model. Like they have a early warning system of 4 stage installed in almost all the coastal districts of Odisha, where there are loud sirens before 72 hours, 48 hours, 24 and 12 hours, so as to warn the people that cyclone is approaching. Then they have shelter homes specifically designed for cyclone, where people can be evacuated. Further, there is a separate disaster management university being set up in Odisha, which teaches people,
Being set up in
yes sir, that how to tackle such kind of things. And many high-end equipments like 4 helicopters are every time placed in various locations, so that it can evacuate people in from the most difficult situations.
Good. You are not opted for many services rightly, but income tax, customs you still prefer to railway traffic, and foreign service you exclude. Why this?
Sir, because sir, my family condition doesn't permit me to go outside India and settle there for a long period of time.
But then why no to IPS?
Sir, I have a leg injury issue. That's why I have not opted.
Sorry?
Sir, I have a leg injury issue.
Oh, you don't come under that category.
No, sir. Actually, doctor had advised me not to run for a long period of time, otherwise it can cause a ligament tear.
What is understood by KBK?
Sir, it's basically a broad spectrum of 8 districts: Kalandi, Balangir and Koraput. Earlier it was 3, but now it has been broken up into 8.
And what is happening in KBK?
Sir, currently when we go like in Kalahandi, the situation is currently improving a lot because of a irrigation channel. The Indravati river has been connected to Kalahandi district, and it is often called as the rice bowl of Odisha. So the Balangir district is especially facing extreme drought situation, as no river go pass through the district, and further the Balangir district is situated in a plateau. So it is on leeward side of Eastern Ghat. So there is acute deficient of monsoon, and so the Koraput Malkangiri is currently suffering from a huge Naxal issue.
But this KBK program, do you think it has failed and not really succeeded?
Sir, to an extent it has been succeeded, to an extent it has been failed also, because the government one major program was backward region grant fund, through which basically the government was trying to improve the situation of KBK. But what we have seen in recent years that the fund are not being utilized, or even it is being utilized in non-priority sector rather than developing the KBK sector. And the major government projects which are also coming up in Odisha, it is mainly on the eastern part of Odisha rather than the western part of Odisha, which is being underdeveloped.
So coming back to cyclones, can you compare the super cyclone and Phylline cyclone?
Sir, in case of super cyclone 1999, the government itself was not very prepared, due to which there was a huge loss of life and property. But
How much?
sir, I exactly do not know the figure. But when we compare to Phylline cyclone, there was a huge evacuation program being undertaken in just 2 or 3 days. The state was more prepared.
What was the extent of evacuation?
So it was around 10 lakhs, I think, but I'm not sure. But
And where were they taken? How were they taken?
sorry, sir.
Where were they taken?
Sir, I'm not very sure, but I must think it may be or nearby village or some shelter homes being constructed by the government.
No, but have you not heard of these? I thought you mentioned about cyclone shelters. So were these people taken to the cyclone shelters?
Sir, I'm not very sure that whether they have been taken to the shelter home itself or some other parts of the state.
When this population is taken, by the administration, what happens to the animal resources?
Sir, I'm not very
Are
sure.
they left behind to fend for themselves, or they are also transported to safer areas?
So they need to be transported, but I'm not very sure that what the state is actually doing for the animals.
Now, you must have heard of 73rd, 74th amendments. Which one is the one relating to the panchayats?
So 73rd Amendment Act.
What is the role of panchayats in these kinds of evacuations, or in disaster times, or before disasters?
Sir, I'm not pretty sure, but it must be that telling people in advance that such type of cyclones may occur, and informing about what the do's and don'ts during such situations, that to have maximum mitigation impact of such cyclones.
Okay, just one more. Recently, one of the cyclones was called Fani. Have you heard of that?
Yes, sir.
What was peculiar or unique about this cyclone Fani?
Sir, the most important aspect was funny that the normal phenomena of cyclone is that after the landfall, the speed of the cyclone decreases. But the one peculiar aspect of Fani was that after the landfall, speed increases, and it has taken a curvature, and it has impacted more than the earlier cyclones.
Who named this cyclone Fani, you see? Sometimes your names like Titili, sometimes you have funny names, you see.
Sir, I do not know specifically who names Fani, but there are 8 maritime countries which have given a name of 64 different names.
Okay.
And accordingly, one by one, the names comes up.
Okay. And Fani comes from? Fani, what does it mean?
Sir, I don't know.
No? This name came from Bangladesh.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And Fani is the fun of?
Snake.
Fun kiska hota hai?
Snake.
Snake. It is that. Okay. What is early warning system and what is meant by last mile connectivity in this context?
Sir, in the context of disaster. Sir, early warning system is basically some kind of meteorological arrangements which has been done to predict the cyclone that it is approaching and advising people to leave as soon as possible so as to prevent them. And last mile connectivity, sir, it may be like reaching to the every sections of people uh, to evacuate them from the disaster.
There's one more question on this. If you were the DC in one of the districts in Odisha, you got your home district, you have to prepare the district disaster management plan. How will you go about mapping the vulnerability? What factors will you take into account?
Sir, multiple factors we can take. Like, firstly, we can go by the past experience that which particular area is being more hit. Then we can also contact the meteorological department that when the pressure builds up in Bay of Bengal, that which is the particular area which are more vulnerable in compared to other areas. Further, the coastal districts are always more vulnerable than the inland districts. And we can also see the mitigation impacts like.
But what tell me, these things are good. What more will go into identifying and mapping the vulnerability?
Sir, it may be the landscape and the number of people who are living in a particular area or density, population density of area.
What kind of people?
Sir, the entire state population or whoever the tourist, whatever they have come.
Demography is important, but when you talk of population, women, children, elderly, differently abled, they have more vulnerability, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now just one or two more questions. Can you describe the national emblem of India?
Yes, sir. It has been basically taken from the Ashok Stamp, and the capital part, the animal part, and the below abacus of the pillar. It is being basically taken of our national emblem, and there are basically 4 animals which have been represented.
Which animal?
It is basically, sir, horse.
At the top?
Sir, at the top, tiger, lion, sorry. Below it is, sir, horse, elephant, tiger, and sir, maybe bull or buffalo. I'm little bit confused.
And what is written at the bottom of the national emblem?
Sir, Satyamev Jayate.
One more thing.
Sir, it's basically a representation of Dharma Chakra per
How many spokes are there?
24 spokes.
Why 24?
Sir, I have read somewhere that it basically represents the 24 hours of a day, the 24 spokes.
It has anything to do with Sun Temple?
In Sun Temple also resembles that there are mighty chakras which represent basically the life cycle time. And I do not know more specific to it.
When Parliament can legislate on the subject which are mentioned in state list?
So there are multiple provisions regarding it. Like
Right?
under Article 249, there is a provision that when Rajya Sabha passes a resolution,
Okay, number 1.
sir, in case of a state emergency, Parliament can pass on a state bill. Third, sir, in case of any international treaty. Fourth, sir, in case of a national emergency under Article 250. And sir, when 2 or more state request, like the Wildlife Protection Act has been made from that particular provision.
Okay, you are talking about Vande Bharat, Train 18. Why it is known as Train 18?
So I do not know specifically, but it may represent the 2018, or I do not know particular why.
Okay, it picks up the speed very fast. What is the reason for how? But other trains do not.
Sir, I do not know the actual
What do you mean by
mechanism.
self-propelled coaches? self-propelled coaches.
Sorry, sir.
An artist there, Trinity. Okay. Can you tell me some of the major problems which entire world is facing nowadays?
Sir, first one is climate change.
Okay.
Second one is terrorism.
Mhm.
Third, sir, the global slowdown which the world is currently facing.
So, come to the first one, climate change. What do you mean by climate change?
So climate change basically represents an increase or decrease in the overall temperature of the earth due to multiple factors.
So now there is increase in the global temperature or decrease in the global temperature?
Increase, sir.
Increase. What do you mean by greenhouse gases?
So basically those gases trap the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere and they reflect, they do not allow the sunlight to go pass through it, which leads to a warmer earth.
Keshavanand Bharati case. What do you know about it? Keshavanand Bharati.
Sir, basically he was a landlord
Mhm.
and the case was basically for the right to property.
Mhm.
But it is a famous judgment where the Supreme Court basically gave the doctrine of basic structure.
Okay, so judgment came in the year?
So 1970s, in 1973 or 4.
Okay, 1973. So basic structure of the constitution cannot be changed.
Changed.
What is the basic structure of the constitution?
So it has not been explicitly defined anywhere, but Supreme Court has given a list like the secularism, the parliamentary form of democracy, the independence of judiciary, and many others which are being formed as the basic structure which cannot be altered by anyone.
Okay, and what do you know about Minerva Mill case?
Sir, in Minerva Mills case, basically the doctrine of basic structure was upheld,
Mhm.
and the Supreme Court laid that both the fundamental rights and DPSP, they are equally important.
Mhm.
But the situation is, for implementing DPSP, you cannot change fundamental rights except 2 or 3, like Article 31A(b).
So there will not be any precedence of director principles of state policy over other right. So number one, what else?
So I cannot remember.
Any other provision made by 42nd Amendment of the Constitution was struck down by the Supreme Court in this particular case?
So I know that various provisions was struck down, but actually it was given in Minerva Mills case or not, I am not very sure. Like the amendments made in article in national emergency, like a written permission from cabinet is required.
What do you mean by hybrid vehicles?
Sir, it's basically use both the oil and the electric to run a vehicle.
If we talk about railways, then
So like it can go for both diesel engine and the electrical line. It can run on both.
electric and hybrid car.
Hybrid car also, sir, like it can run either on petrol, diesel and the lithium batteries.
Okay. In chemistry, who have got the Nobel Prize last year?
No, sorry, sir, I don't know.
Is that related with lithium battery?
Sorry, sir.
Hmm? Anyway, my last question. What you are already in Railway Service, in the Railway Traffic Service. What prompts you to join Indian Administrative Service?
Sir, basically the areas where I will serve in IAS in comparison to IRTS and the impact which can create in IAS is far more than the Indian Railway Traffic Service. That always prompts me to join IAS.
What is Article 371A and 371G?
Sir, Article 371 is basically the special provisions given to many states, but I do not know.
Many, not many. 371 relates with only one state, and that is one of the northeastern states. What is that?
Sir,
Nagaland?
I
Any idea
presume.
about it?
Yeah, it's sir, like the parliament cannot make laws in contrary to the custom and traditions of the Nagaland people unless the State Assembly of Nagaland passes a resolution to it. And further, there are land rights given to various Naga people under 371.
Good. We will call you.
You want to just ask a couple of questions.
So we were just talking about privatization of railways. Recently, I heard a news item that one particular train got delayed, and it resulted in payment of compensation to the passengers for delays. So, what is your take on it? Is it good, bad?
So I personally take it as a good measure because punctuality is one of the factors which we almost aspire to be a core factor of railways, and when such penalties will be imposed, the system efficiency will automatically improve.
But only when what happens when it's due to reasons other than the human reasons?
So there need to be some modalities to be find out that what are the specific reasons to which train delays.
How long have you been IRTS?
Sir, I got the service last year only. I have taken extraordinarily for 1 year.
No. So immediately after joining you took it?
Yes, sir.
So you are not aware of the functioning of the railways as such?
No, sir.
Okay, we were just also talking about KBK. Have you heard about Nuapara?
Yes, sir.
It's also happened to be one of the most backward districts of.
Yes, sir.
But it suddenly became very vibrant and prosperous compared to all these three districts. What was the reason? Any idea?
No, sir.
No idea. Have you heard about watershed management program?
Yes, sir.
It was exactly on account of this.
Okay, thank you, sir.
What prevents the people, the government of Odisha people, from adopting this watershed management program in these KVK districts? You just said that, which one, Balangir, you said it's on a plateau.
So there can be multiple reasons. First, the people are not aware of such practices. Like there are some water harvesting techniques because the poverty is extreme high, in especially the KBK district. Further,
Who will make them aware?
sorry, sir.
Who will make them aware?
So it's basically the responsibility of the administration, the Panchayati Raj institutions, and it is also one of their functions enshrined in the constitutions to make the local ponds and to make aware about such facilities.
So, you belong to Balangir. What is the reason that why these practices are not being adopted by the people in panchayats?
Sir, maybe due to the lethargical attitude of the panchayati or the various corruption practices which has been indulged in the panchayati institution, due to which they are not functioning.
You also said that one of the districts, which one you said is suffers from Naxalism. One was Malkangiri, another
Koraput.
Koraput. What is the genesis of Naxalism? What is the reason?
Sir, in Odisha in particular or pan-Ind?
Talk about Odisha.
Sir, the basic reason was the land displacement issues and the influence of the West Bengal government. The West Bengal, the Naxals which came from the West Bengals. Like when the Hirakud Dam was built, around 30,000 villages was submerged, and there are news that a huge people from that area particularly became the Naxals. But today, when we compare the situations of Odisha, the true ideology which the Naxals follow is basically resided in the eastern part of Odisha, and the western part of Odisha.
What is their ideology?
Sir, basically they are not inclined to the ideology that we want a communist form of government or something else. Basically, there are some agitations against the government, and they are basically using that Naxalism propaganda to pressurize them.
No, we are talking in jargons. My point is simply that you said one was the displacement of the people, right? And land problems. What prevents the government, if you suppose you're the collector, forget about all those things. What steps will you take so that these activities or these people are weaned away from such people, such ideology which is perhaps not to the liking of the power that people?
Sir, we can take multiple steps. Firstly, we need to identify the leaders of such movements which are going on, like the Naxal movements.
Forget about that. What steps will you take to wean people from those such movements
Sir,
as a collector?
as a collector, the basic thing we can do is provide a good education and proper skill development so they can find employment somewhere, because it is the main issue which prevents them, and due to the huge poverty and non-employment, they are basically more agitating against the government and more inclined to such propagandas.
Okay. What else?
Sir, further we can bring a large-scale rehabilitation and surrender program for such Naxals.
Right. Next.
So we can assure them that no more of their land will be taken, or if any industry is coming to their land, they will be basically made the
Are you
stakeholders.
aware of the Public Land Enforcement Act which was legislated in 2013?
So sorry, we check.
Land Acquisition Act. The earlier act was of 1894, which the government of the day thought it outlived its utility. They went for another law, new law. What were the most important ingredient of that law? You just said that 30,000 villages were submerged and people had to move away from there. You cannot blame people from West Bengal and the leaders, the Naxalite leaders, that they got it. It is basically this region because you met people homeless, jobless, everything in one go. Don't you think that rehabilitation should be one of the most important aspects of your job when you take land?
Definitely, sir. But we also need to be certain that the people are actually being resettled in such a place where they can find their traditional, where they can continue their old traditions also. Sir, they are basically more inclined, like in Odisha, the region is basically dominated by tribals. And if you are trying to integrate them fully into the society, they will lose their own identity.
But can you permit them or can you perpetuate them in the poverty just by way of not losing their identity?
Sir, we can explore multiple options of giving them employment where they can improve their income.
Tell me, you have been a chartered accountant. What do you mean by stagflation?
Sir, where the growth rate has been stagnant and there is an inflation in the economy.
Is India currently in the grip of stagflation?
Sir, currently the growth rate is also declining and the inflation is also not up to the mark.
Maybe. That's a very blunt statement.
Yeah,
A very blunt statement.
yeah. Inflation.
Not up to the mark means what?
Yeah.
Sir, if we consider particular the core inflation, it is declining, but the headline inflation is increasing.
Say it again. What is core inflation?
Sir, basically it's headline inflation minus food and fuel.
Say it again in terms of the wholesale price index and the consumer price index. Which one is what?
Sir, basically India takes consumer price index as a measure to measure inflation, not the wholesale price index.
Economist, as an administrator, you cannot adopt one and disregard the other. You have to take into account both.
Sir, I am not aware about what the actual CPI or WPI is increasing.
What is the reason of stagnation of the Indian economy? According to you, you might have read so many newspapers, so many articles and all that. What according to you is the main reason for this?
Sir, personally I think the stress in the banking sector, which has not led enough credit available in the market.
Okay,
And
this is one.
further, sir, the industries have cash, like large industries, but they do not want to invest because their earlier infrastructure projects are, or their earlier projects are not generating enough return, and their earlier projects are going into bad debts.
Okay.
And sir, third is it is also a consequence of global slowdown, which is impacting India.
Then the global slowdown is a recent phenomenon. Whatever we have been for almost more than a year or so.
So the agriculture.
They are accusing us. We are accusing us since you are slowing down, so this is leading to the further slowdown in the global economy.
Apart from manufacturing side, the agricultural sector is also in a declining stage, which is constitute basically more than 45% of the workforce of our country.
Thanks. We'll call you 2 minutes. Sit down. You know, you are already in IRTS, so there will be some expectation from you. So the basic fundamentals we assume that you know. My general advice to you is try to be brief. Answer to the question. If you don't know, you say I don't know. And don't throw in jargons, which you will be caught, like core inflation and all. Why do you bring that? If his answer could have been given without bringing those things. Of course, if you are well prepared and very thorough with it, then throw it by all means. Suppose the International Financial Accounting System. I ask something and you bring in that. The moment we will say, oh, are we also following that? Where are we? What stage we are? Which you can answer. So you can lead the board, provided you are very thorough with this. So don't throw in these jargons and all that. Okay, especially inflation, stagflation, and all these things. Immediately they will expect you to know. What is the real interest rate? Suppose they ask, you know. So things like that. So be very careful in using it. Now, being a commerce student, things like WTO issues you should know, and then the trade issue, you know, other details, and then some facts and figures about volume of trade, imports, exports, balance of payment. What is the current balance of, foreign exchange balance we have?
So $463 billion.
That is how many months import. This is how we judge a country's soundness. That will sustain how many months import.
So it's around like 11 months.
10 months, 10, 11 months, which is very safe. So, and then balance of trade, how does it balance? What is the balance sheet? At times they may stump you with some basic simple things. So, that. Now, apart from that, about happenings in Odisha and all, keep track. And reading, I think last time also I told you, apart from Hindu, whatever, read one economic daily. Your interview is on 19th of March. But still, you have to keep track. You don't take too many notes. You need only 1 or 2, maybe at the most. But instead read and try to go through the annual report of the Ministry of Railways. Broad headings, broad thing, you know. Especially from the point of view of traffic and then privatization aspect. And
Traffic and revenue.
Yes.
They will not accept that you have taken extraordinary leave to have to write the exams and all that.
We will expect you to know at least more than the others about railways. You see, so operation results of railways, the annual report go through, and something about the bullet train. What is the current status? Suppose we ask you for your views. Okay, you may say plus and minus, but don't say it is a very bad policy. Don't. For heaven's sake, don't say that, because there are a lot of debate going on. So do all that, and I think you should make it this time. And police, of course. You opted for police?
No, sir.
No? Oh, you're not opted.
Problem in Israel.
Oh, sorry. ठीक है, बाकी इनकम टैक्स वगैरह है, उसका तो बजट को थोड़ा ध्यान दे दीजिए. GST. Okay. How much shortfall is there, and I don't think there will be anything on demonetization, but still you should know. Tell me, what is monetization? Forget about demonetization. How do you define monetization? As a commerce student, and give one example of monetization. The government did monetization much before demonetization.
So I do not know exactly, but maybe.
What gold monetization.
Okay.
It's as good as money. You put it in a bank, you get interest. So think about all these things. Sir, in your
No, I think, coming from Odisha, Odisha's vulnerability to disasters, especially cyclones.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Disaster Management Act is, disaster management is one of the optional subjects.
Yes.
You must have done that, isn't it? So therefore, in that context, that becomes very important. So that kindly brush up about the cyclone, asked my vulnerability. I mean, geographical vulnerability is one thing.
People's.
Demographic vulnerability is also equally important. You know? And other thing is that you have submitted your DF, final DF.
Yes, sir.
Have you submitted?
Day before yesterday was the last day.
Yeah, yeah. So everything, you have a copy of that on your computer. So every word there,
Yeah, you have to justify.
starting with the name, place of birth, and this and that, everything is what will really determine the course of your interviews. Majorly, whatever is there, your education, your professional background, the railways. It doesn't matter if you have taken leave, but then you have to have some basic interest. I mean, you have been selected for that. You can't say that you cut off from the railways scenario as on date, isn't it? So that is what the honorable member said. So you should be equally prepared on that also. And your hobbies, of course, we didn't ask on that, but that is very, very important. So with these and keep up with the current affairs, all the keywords in this, what comes out of that, each of the keyword, isn't it? Because that is what they will pick up, and then there will be questions around that, you see. And then whatever are the current affairs between now and March, you see. But I think rest I find in terms of your personality, your get-up, etc. is good. You know, the way you have come, it is fine. It is.
Yeah, a lot of improvement compared to last time.
Have a positive body language. Wherever you don't know, as the Honorable Chairman said, then no one is expected to know everything. But then certain things are obvious where one should not come out blank.
So actually, I yesterday came from Odisha itself. Like
From?
Odisha, I yesterday came only. Like totally unprepared. I just like I will have a kickstart from today itself.
Now
Sir,
you are staying here. No?
yes, sir. Actually, sir, my last actual interview went only through Odisha, and they asked 24 questions on mythology. Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, and sir, I didn't give a single answer.
And how many marks?
175.
175.
Yeah, very
Which
good.
is good. Then it is another 20-30 marks.
Yes.
If you
You
can
will
make,
make it.
I think that will be very good.
What's your optional? You
Commerce, sir.
said? Commerce. Okay. Last time also commerce.
Like they asked only and only mythology. Every board members.
Yeah, so I mean.
So it goes on like that.
And I was simply saying sorry
Yeah.
that they are asking very various vague questions.
No, don't say the vague questions. You are from Odisha, you need to know per se about your place, your district, your ambience. When I asked you the question about Balangir and all that, you said like, you talk about displacement of people, you talk about the poverty and all that. Instead of apportioning blame on political leaders and Naxalite leaders like Charu Majumdar, Kanu Sarnar and that, it is the failure of governance at the grassroots level which leads to such leaders. And they will ask you that as collector or sub-regional magistrate of this area, what steps will you take? So think about it. That means unless you know the topography, the agriculture, the climate, the weather condition of your district, you will not be able to answer this. So know about everything.
Do you have any questions?
So that what will you answer of that animals, how to evacuate animals
No,
during.
animals are not left.
Yeah.
Animals are also taken along.
Yeah.
You see, the normal Indian psyche also plays an important part. That animals are a part of the family. उनका तो नाम भी देते हैं ना, जैसे अपने घर के बच्चों का या और मेंबर्स का नाम होता है. तो no one will leave. You see, leaving the animals behind.
A farmer will himself go hungry,
Yes.
but will not leave his cattle hungry.
That's
That is the psychology.
So any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
Very
Okay
good.
then. All the best.
You have time,
Yeah. Read.
be very prepared
Yeah.
and very sure of what you are saying.
And go for a long walk daily.
Yes, sir.
Important. Don't put on more weight. You know, that is very good. I think this time you'll make it.
Thank you.
And one thing just finally, since you put in this badminton or the table tennis?
Table tennis.
Table tennis, sir.
Table tennis. Table tennis, you see, yeah. I think you came out little apologetic
Yeah,
that when you have
so-
left. You see, playing games and sports is an essential part of anyone's personality.
And having mentioned, you should know at least India's position, you know, who are the leading players,
And
names.
there is no profession whatsoever where you can legitimately say that it
Yeah.
doesn't give me time to play. So don't ever take that kind of line of thinking.
In the
You
same-
better brush up on your hobbies
Yeah.
and these games.
Yep.
Even if you play table tennis, there can be questions about tennis. You see. Don't
Yes.
think it can be confined only to table
Even
tennis.
about table tennis, there can be technical questions. What is the size of the table,
Yes.
the height of the net?
So
What is
they
the
can even
penhold
start
grip?
asking
What is the
about tennis.
penhold grip?
Sir, like it's
The
like
Chinese.
this Chinese, like
Ah.
for make top spin.
Yeah, so these things you should know, basic things.
So like what will we give answer that why not Indian Foreign Service?
Don't know. I thought you said family circumstances. That's it.
That's a fair enough
Okay,
answer.
no, but not very convincing in the sense, you know, even, of course, you can always refuse. You see, it's not that.
So like I am the lone child.
No, that's all right. It's all right. Anyway, that's a reasonably
Just
okay
be
answer.
honest
Yeah.
about it. I think
It's
that's
all right. Don't get confused now at this stage. Whatever you have put in here, you must justify. And hobby in particular, prepare thoroughly. Table tennis, even if you are not played in life, the moment you put this, prepare thoroughly. That's all. Very
Okay.
good.
Thank you, sir.
All right.